If you're pregnant and you have been googling how does labor pain feel like, stop. I was in labor for 24 hours. I'm sharing my delivery story of my first baby, which was last 2 years. Like memory fades out with age. Saving the story for future references and also for other moms or expecting mom or trying to conceive or new moms or pregnant moms to also learn one or two things from my story. If you are new to this channel, you are welcome, and if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe and be part of my community. Labor started early hours in the morning around 4 a.m. I was in labor, but then I didn't really know the intensity of what to expect because that's my first time. I called my mom the moment I noticed that sign. A day before was a Sunday, which was my birthday, and I was very moody that day because I was expecting my baby to come that day, being that it was my first due date. I had a lot of calls from family, from friends. It was my first due date. My second due date was the week later. It was not got planned for my baby to be the same birthday mate with me. So towards the end of the day, my sister called me. Any sign? I said no. It was the height of it. But what can I do? So early hours on Monday morning around 4 a.m. I woke up. I was feeling a little bit of cramping. I went to ease myself. I saw bloody mucous discharge, just first sign of labor, as you're taught during antenatal classes, which I called my mom immediately. I told her. She said, okay, I have to prepare and go to hospital this morning. So how are you feeling? I was already having a bit of cramps, but then I don't know the intensity of how to explain it all because labor pain, as I was told, was in cramp form, but then it's the intensified one, which I don't know the intensity of the intensified cramping they meant for labor pain. So then with the one I was experiencing, I was already saying, okay, I'm in labor, like with assurance that my baby will be coming in a few hours time. My baby is already here on no distance time. That morning, my husband had to go to work to take permission. I said, okay, instead of waiting, I made arrangements for someone to take me to the hospital that morning. I went, the doctor came, examined me, said I was already to see him. I was asked, how am I feeling, what are the signs and all symptoms, and which I explained to them. Then the nurses there on duty was asking me, okay, how are you feeling? What kind of level of pain or scale of 1 to 10? I said, okay, not that painful. It's more like endurable. I can endure the pain. So I just give like a 3. Said, okay. So those on the morning shift were cool. They didn't have any awkwardness between both of us or any comments that come off not being nice. I stayed for a while. Then I was advised to go home and come back in the evening. That the way labor is progressing, my baby will be coming late in the night or tomorrow morning. I'll go home and come back if I cannot wait. My house was close by. I decided to go home. When I was choosing the place I want to deliver my baby, proximity was one of the major things I was looking out for. Because come on, I'm in Lagos. I live in Lagos and know how traffic is or gets in Lagos. So imagine if there's an emergency and I'm stuck in traffic. So I checked all those things. I said, okay, let me go for this place, which is close to my house. I don't really need to enter into the major road before I can access the hospital, though it was not my first choice. After every morning and all this checking and everything, doctor and examining and giving me the time frame which I was advised to go, I left that morning. Getting home, my sister-in-law came around. I was at home trying to relax, enjoy the moment, since I was told to try and sleep and rest. I have a very long way to go and I might not be able to sleep again. So I said, okay. So I tried to take a nap. I ate, did the exercise I was asked to do. I did squatting, deep squats, halfway squats, name it. I did everything because I was so careful. I was so conscious. I don't want any issue arising, maybe be my fault or any. I just didn't want to hear any stories. I was very, very careful what I was doing. So it was in evening time. The labor pain was it was increasing. We had to go back to the hospital. So going back to the hospital, the doctor examined me and said it was I'm not really progressing, so I have to intensify my exercise. So I was admitted. Then she run up the staircase up and down 5 times, which I did. Then I was asked to go and sleep. Asking me to go and sleep, not fully aware what is coming. it was inhuman, because you should have told me that this thing I did is going to intensify, and what I've been feeling all this while is not the main labor pain. It was more like the minor part of it. I was told labor pain is like a cramp. Okay, I told myself I normally have a very painful cramp. I normally have painful cramp, so I assumed that's what it is. But I didn't know that it was more than that. And the nurses on night shifts, when I got there that evening, they were no longer the same persons I met in the morning. So it was a different person altogether. And this one we had, like, it was more like I was not comfortable because the friendliness was not there. Okay, you asked me how do I feel when I got there. I thought I was feeling cramp below my tummy. You were more like giving a scornful look or laughing. That's not the main level. At the main level, if it starts, that I will know. Okay, are you telling me that to scare me? You should have at least tried to be more, how will I put it, more encouraging, or try to comfort me. You told me I'm still in primary school. That was the term she used. I was still in primary school, so I have to graduate. I was still in nursery. I have to graduate to primary, then graduate to secondary, before university. University is the final stage of labor, so I'm still at the first stage. That the pain I'm feeling is nothing. That was how she described my labor pain at that moment. So my mind, I said, okay, so I'm still expecting words to come, but the approach was wrong. You are more like laughing at me. I was explaining that I'm feeling pain. Why you are trying to explain to me that was not the main pain. Okay, that one aside. So after then, the doctor left. I was asked to go to the room to sleep. I could not sleep. I could not lie down. I could not sit down. I could not stand. I could not do anything. Okay, standing up to bend. You ask me, the nurse in charge, you tell me I should not bend. Do you want to harm your baby? I said no. I did not bend. Since that's what she said I should not do. I was obeying everything because I didn't want any issues to come up. Only lying down backward or sideways. Don't bend forward. I did all that. I was frequently going to the bedroom back and forth. This was what I was doing throughout the night. Until later, after some hours, she came to examine to know how dilated I am. My problem was that she's a slim person. She's a slim person, but her VE examination was very painful. So I don't understand where it's coming from. Because I feel some persons don't know how to do VE examination. I felt the pain initially when the doctor did it for me, because yes, it's my first time. I'm not yet open, but then for the person that is a little bit on the smaller side to still do the same VE examination and the pain was worse, I felt like there's some persons that are not very good with this particular job. They're not good with this, because this is one of it. I felt really bad and was feeling a lot of pain. To check for my baby's heartbeat, to know if the baby is already in distress or if there's any cause of alarm. You could not use the monitor for checking the baby's heartbeat. She had to use the cone. That's the old method of checking for the heartbeat. Okay, maybe because she's an elderly nurse, that's what she's used to. Okay, I didn't put any much thought to it. Afterwards, the main thing that made me feel like this nurse or this woman is not really a nice person was that I was complaining of pain. You apologize, you comfort. The next minute you are shouting at me or telling me that why am I doing this way? Why am I not doing this way? Okay, my sister-in-law who is there with me, she'll try to comfort me. Okay, apply pressure here, rub my tummy for me, massage my waist out. I'm just telling her random things because I don't know where exactly will make me feel better. You will be shouting at her, don't you know how to do this? Do it this way. Is that the attitude you're supposed to show to someone that is vulnerable? Okay, that one aside, till morning. In the morning, I was still in labor. The doctor came in, checked, said, wow, I'm already dilating 7 cm. She ruptured the membrane and left. And told them in 2 hours time, my baby, I should be 10 cm dilated and ready to deliver my baby. And she left. I was still in pain, jumping up and down, going to the restroom, pouring water on my body. I will be told, leave there, that you're already exposed, your body is open to prevent infection, infecting your baby. I was just mad. Like did I cry? I think I cried a little bit, but not like wailing, just internally, just drop of tears because I was feeling pain that I've never felt in my life, and nobody can explain it to you until you feel it. No matter how you explained it to me before, it's until I felt it that I actually understood the intensity of how it was. So after some hours, I didn't even know if it's up to the 2 hours that was given to them to check if I'm them same or not. I told my stylist, I can't take it again. They should come and bring up my baby. That I'm ready to deliver. I can't take the pain again. I entered the delivery room myself and told my sister-in-law to come call the nurses. So the nurses on morning shifts, they have already taken over. So coming to the delivery room, I was there waiting for them. They have already set everything. So coming to check, they noticed that the baby was already coming out, and they were busy delaying, thinking that they are keeping to time that the doctor told them that I'll be up to 30 and dilated without checking me that morning. So assuming I waited few minutes at the labor room, walking up and down, waiting for them to come and tell me it's time for you to have your baby, or come, let's go and check if you're fully dilated. What would have happened? But I kept on asking myself this question because I was the one that walked into that delivery room and told my sister-in-law to go and call them. They came and noticed that my baby was already coming out, and they started rushing. Okay, fine. For the baby to come out, my baby got stuck. Baby got stuck. I don't know. It was my first time, and okay, I was told it was a weight my baby had weight. That was a part of the reason, and for the first time, the baby having weight is a problem. I didn't know about that part of it, of complication of or the kind of problem, but I know that it's not good. That you're not supposed to do V delivery. After a while, my baby was still not coming out. They started assisting, that's assisted delivery, trying to stimulate my tummy and pushing my tummy as well.